Okay, what is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Hello. Oh, wow. What a good start. Hello. Hello, everybody. What's up? How's everybody doing? Happy Streaming Friday. Yes. A full streaming day today, folks. After a half day yesterday because I had to do personal errands, which I had a lot of shit to do. I'm back. And we've got 2 back-to-back full streaming days, which is great. Fun content for you. I hope that you're excited. I got a bunch of stuff to talk about on pre-stream today, including the upcoming schedule, of which is now kind of uncertain because of some developments. So I'd like to basically pull you guys on pre-stream here today and see what you guys think. Looks like I got quite a lot of shout-outs to do. There's a ton of overnight cheering, which is pretty cool. So I'll have a lot of shout-outs to do here on pre-stream today. Let's talk, folks, okay? Sound good? Today is Friday, December 15th, 2017. And so the final countdown to Christmas has begun, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not aware, 10 days left. 10 days left until the jolliest day of the year. For some people, I guess. I certainly remember when I was younger, I loved Christmas. You know, it was my favorite day of the year. You know, getting together with family and not only opening a ton of presents, which of course was part of it, but everyone in a good mood, everyone kind of going around having a good feeling, seeing family having good, you know, good food, right? At various different family members' houses and the like. And listen, as you get older, the holiday itself can change, all right? You know, for me, as I get older, sadly, I hate to say it, but my family kind of fell out with each other, and it had nothing to do with me because I never was part of the family drama that happened within the, you know, my relatives. But, you know, people get older and they move on to other stuff. They either go on with their own lives or they get into these stupid quarrels about nothing. And then kind of those traditions kind of fall away, and that's kind of what happened with me was a lot of people kind of just didn't want to deal with each other anymore, or just, you know, oh God, we're gonna go see them on Christmas. And you know what, folks? I'm sorry, but, you know, for me, as someone who both had a really interesting and, you know, robust family life when I was younger, and then saw that kind of fall away, melt away as I got older, and it had nothing to do with me. I think it's kind of silly that people would not realize how valuable it is to have a family. I miss that. I miss that feeling of kind of having, you know, time to spend with family and friends. I do. So for those of you who do still have it, all right, and you may take it for granted, don't. Enjoy it while you have it, even though it might not be your decision or it might not be within your control whether or not your family still likes each other and you have these family get-togethers and the like. And even though you might say, oh, God, I hate this uncle or I hate this cousin or I got to put up with this person who's obnoxious. You know what? They've all got their own quirky thing, right? And, you know, at least you've got that. You've got something. You've got those experiences. A lot of people don't. You know, a lot of people actually, it was funny. A couple weeks ago, I said, I'm getting excited for the build up to Christmas, and a few people contacted me and were like, well, Phil, you got to understand not everyone has a good time around the holidays. You know, I don't have a family or I don't have, you know, friends or whatever. And so for me, it's kind of depressing almost a little bit around the holidays because I see a lot of people around me having fun or having this time to share with others, and I don't get that. And I understand that. I do, folks. I do. I understand that totally. Listen, it's like I said, I'm one of those people now. You know, the only family that I have is my parents, and they live out on the East Coast, so I don't get to see them, you know. Now I'm out here by myself. So, you know, my Christmas, I'll be spending with you guys, honestly, on stream and stuff, you know. So I get it. That's why I said, man, you know, be grateful for what you have. 10 days left until Christmas. A lot of you in the next week or two will be spending significant time with your friends and relatives to celebrate the holidays. You know, cherish that time. Cherish it while you have it. All right, so there you go. Went off on a little tangent there. But anyway, 10 days left till Christmas, folks. Let's talk. Let's talk about what you guys can expect because there's a lot of fun stuff coming up. And now I'm kind of unsure about next week, and I'll explain in a moment, all right? So today's a fun double stream day, if you're not aware. Yes, today not only Well, I'll be starting up a brand new playthrough in Okami HD. All right. This is a game that is a cult hit from Capcom. I might not even know that, but the game is made by Capcom. People have been telling me think Zelda, only with some different kinds of gameplay mechanics. It's an action-style RPG. The game's been remade multiple times. Originally, it was a PS2 title that became a cult hit. Then it went on to become, you know, PS3 remaster. Now here we are on PS4 playing it yet again. Although it was funny, I was trying to figure this out. I was like, gee, what frame rate would this be? You know, for this remake, you would think, oh, it's been remade multiple times. The game will run at 60 frames per second. Nope, 30. And the game developers even said, oh, it runs at 30 because we tried running it at 60 and it breaks the game logic down. That's such jargon. No, what it means is you still can't get your game engine to run at 60 frames per second. Just admit it. Just admit the game was designed to run at 30 frames because of PS2 limitations. And when you're remastering this game for multiple consoles, you don't want to put the work in to redesign a graphical engine that can handle 60. Instead, they make shit up. Oh, it can handle the game logic of the game mechanics. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Yes. You see, there are these game Xenus. And the game Xenus come in and they regulate the frame rate of the game. And if you try to run it at 60, they suck your soul out and they take it into space. Okay. Okay, game dev Scientologists, whatever you say. So anyway, that being said, Okami HD starts today. I'm very interested to see how this is going to turn out. I've heard the game is incredibly long if you do all the content. That it could be up to 40 hours long if you really look for everything, like a Zelda game. But if you don't look for everything, it's not quite that long. Listen, I am not against doing a nice, fun, long playthrough with you guys. However, traditionally when I try to play games that seem to be on the longer side within the first week of me playing them, I lose tons of viewership. Whether it's on stream, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's both. Now, there have been some exceptions. For example, I played Zelda Breath of the Wild earlier this year, and that pretty much remained consistent throughout the entire playthrough. Same with Mario Odyssey, which was really nice, that people kind of, you know, stood in there for that playthrough. But I'll be honest, being that this is a retro throwback game that many people have already played before, I have not. I've never even seen gameplay of it, but I am nervous that I'll play this 2 sessions, and then by session 3, people are complaining that it's boring, and it's too long and drawn out, and why am I still playing it? It's annoying because, you know, there are many games that I would like to play that's kind of what happens. That's kind of one of the drawbacks of being a live streamer or being a YouTuber is that you need to find stuff that's going to consistently bring people as an audience rather than necessarily playing the stuff that's the best gameplay experience. There are games from my past, such as the Suikoden series, Final Fantasy IV, Wild Arms, just to name a few, you know, RPGs from my youth that I would love to go back and play for you guys. But I certainly know what's going to happen is that once, if I try to play those, people will say, why is Phil playing these old games? And within a couple sessions, and that's the thing, you know, it's one thing when you stream casually for fun and it's not a big deal. It's another thing when I'm both streaming for fun and to pay the bills. I have to keep these things in mind, okay? So let's see what happens. First of all, I want to say thank you very much to the viewer who donated this game. It wasn't not an anonymous donation, but the viewer wanted to remain anonymous. So I want to say thank you to that viewer. In addition, that viewer last night, I actually posted up some codes on my Twitter. They also gave me some codes for pretty much every Gears of War game on Xbox One. I guess they had bought like Gears of War 4 Collector's Edition or whatever, and they had gotten a code for every Gears of War game digitally. So I posted those on my Twitter last night, and a few people got some free games. So thank you to the anonymous donor who donated all this stuff. Pretty nice of you during the holiday season to do that. Thank you very much for that, okay? Now, I'll be honest with everyone. I'm not promising everyone a full playthrough of this game. I'm just being real with everyone. Am I interested in playing it? Absolutely. But I have no guarantee that I'm going to love it and I'm going to want to keep playing it. I have no guarantee that my viewer audience is going to love it and want me to keep playing it. There's other stuff I can do. One thing notably that I am very interested in doing is a second run through LA Noire, which recently was re-released for modern consoles. This was a game that I only played once ever, way, way back when it was a new release in, what was it, 2010? Or was it 2009? I think it was 2010, because I think 2009 was Red Dead Redemption, and 2010 was LA Noire, right? Being that it's been so long since I played it, it would probably be like playing a new game again, because you know what I mean? I've only played it once. So, we'll see what happens, all right? We'll see what happens. If I like this game, and if people are enjoying me, you know, coming out to play this game, you know, they're watching the streams, and they're watching the videos on YouTube, they want to see this ongoing playthrough go, then I'll keep playing it, you know? But, if I notice that within a couple sessions, no one really cares, or if within a couple sessions I'm getting bored of the game, all right, then I might move on to something else, all right? I'm just saying there's options right now. It's not like there's absolutely nothing going on, and this is my only option, therefore, you know, I have to play it. It's not like that. It's cool that I have options, especially at the end of the year here, because, you know, I want to try to get as many people as possible in this final big rush, final big push on YouTube, okay? Okay. Alright, so that being said, folks, that's what I'm starting today, Okami HD. That's the first stream, about 4 hours of gameplay here. Later tonight, folks, I am going to be doing a session of Fighting EX Layer. Is that what it's called? Hold on. I keep forgetting the name of this game. Fighting EX Layer's beta. Okay. This is a game from the makers of the Street Fighter EX arcade-style fighting series back in the day, the late 90s, early 2000s. They're now making their own game. And you're going to see when I check this out tonight, some of the characters are actually pretty much blatant rip-offs of Street Fighter characters. They have, you know, fireballs, dragon punches. You know, it's the same shit. So I'm interested to see how that is tonight. I'm going to be doing that for about 2 hours tonight, if not a little longer. That's my second stream tonight, okay? Tomorrow is going to be Multiplayer Madness returning. Since, you know, last week I was away on my Christmas break. I'll be back this weekend with Multiplayer Madness returning. It's going to be, the first stream will be Star Wars Battlefront 2. And if you guys aren't aware, Star Wars Battlefront 2 had a big update this week where there's a new hero and a new villain added and new maps. So I'll be checking that out this weekend, okay? That's going to be the first multiplayer session tomorrow. And then tomorrow night is in your hands, folks, because tonight on my Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP, I'm going to be putting up a poll. And the poll is going to be, I can't stop burping, by the way, excuse me. The poll is going to be, would you rather see more Call of Duty World War II as the second gameplay session on Saturday, or would you rather see more PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds? So depending on your votes overnight on my Twitter, will determine what tomorrow night's second gameplay session will be. Okay? So we'll see what happens. We'll see tonight how people vote, and that'll determine tomorrow's fun multiplayer madness, all right? Then on Sunday, it will be my second stream of Okami HD. Again, we'll play it by ear, and we'll see how it goes if people show up, and if people want to see the playthrough continue, all right? Sunday night, there's the weekend preview I'll be making, and in addition to that, I have a lot of patron stuff to do Sunday night. I have, I think, three, if not more, private Q&A videos to make. Plus, I'm going to begin my setup for the WWE Holiday Sims. The way it works is that they limit you to the amount of stuff you can download, created wrestlers, created arenas, etc. every day. So what I'm going to be doing is taking significant time Sunday night to go through everything available in the created wrestler section of WWE 2K18, making a laundry list of the stuff I want for my Holiday Sims, and then starting to download all that slowly. And every day this week, I'll be downloading more and more to prepare for that, okay? All right, and then Monday. Monday is up in the air because Monday will depend directly on your feedback regarding the Okami HD playthrough. I'll either continue the playthrough or maybe, like I said, I'll switch over to something else like LA Noire instead. Also, if I like the Fighting EX Layer beta tonight, then maybe I'll do a second session of it Monday night. All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And so Tuesday, Wednesday also are kind of up in the air depending on what happens. Now, I've actually heard that I believe the final episode of Life is Strange Before the Storm is supposed to release on Tuesday. If that is the case, then Tuesday's featured stream will probably be a double-length well, not double length, but 2 episodes back to back. Episode 2 and episode 3 of Life is Strange Before the Storm might be my main gameplay stream for that day. That way I can wrap up that game, okay? If that is the case. I think that is the case, that it's releasing on Tuesday. All right. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes, all right? And then, basically, you know, kind of business as usual. We'll have double streams all week until, well, Wednesday will be one stream because I have to go do my errands Wednesday night. Thursday, Holiday Ask the King. And so I must ask all of you folks, if you want to get your questions in for the special holiday edition of Ask the King coming up this week, which is my bi-monthly Q&A show, please post up your questions over on the kingofhate.com forums. Now is the time for you to do so. All right, the thread has been live for the greater part of almost 2 months. It's time to get your questions posted up. The more questions that are asked, the better the show is, and especially now it's the holiday special. I'm sure there may be more, holiday-themed questions, which would be pretty awesome, all right? So please post those up. That's going to be Thursday, and then there will be a gameplay stream Thursday night. Friday, all right? Friday, which is December 22nd, is officially my holiday gaming marathon, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be doing a 7+ hour marathon of holiday-themed video games. I'll be dressed up for the occasion. I'll be drinking eggnog and holiday-themed ale and maybe a little bit of whiskey and stuff during this marathon. It's going to be great. I hope you guys will come out for it. I'm excited for it. I hope that it turns out well. I'm very much looking forward to it. Okay? That's Friday. All right? Now, here, folks, is where the uncertainty comes in, and this is what I want to talk to you guys on stream, pre-stream about this morning. Well, actually, by now it's this afternoon. It just hit 12 p.m. here, so it was just announced, literally this morning, that there will be another Monster Hunter World open beta starting December 22nd and running through December 26th. Now, that's good news, but at the same time, that's a little bit bad news, and let me explain why. I had already planned out those days. For example, the 22nd is my holiday marathon. The 23rd, I was going to do a Multiplayer Madness special day, because people like the Multiplayer Madness days, okay? The 24th, Christmas Eve, I was going to do my WWE Holiday Sims. That was going to be my major stream for that day, because there's only one stream on Sundays regardless. And then on the 25th, Christmas Day, I was going to do a big IRL-style stream, meaning I was going to do maybe a 2 to 3 hour live stream here on Twitch, where we basically shoot the shit. It would be kind of a session where I talk about this year and all the stuff that happened to me this year, and kind of share my thoughts about all kinds of shit, because this was one crazy year for me, guys, really. This was one hell of a crazy year. I really wanted to just take the opportunity to talk a little bit about it, vent about it, and give you my honest opinions about all kinds of stuff in the future and everything. And I wanted to talk about Christmas traditions and all kinds of stuff. I basically had a big IRL stream planned for Christmas Day, and then I wanted to do like kind of a mini gameplay stream maybe Christmas night, okay? So, literally, I had 4 days of kind of holiday-themed stuff planned from the 22nd to the 25th. And now, out of nowhere, okay, they announce that the Monster Hunter open beta is going to be during this time frame. I swear to God, it's like these guys. First, they announced the beta. The first beta, they announced during my already scheduled time off. Now they announced the second beta during my holiday stuff that I've already planned. It's like, son of a bitch. Like, every time that they do this beta, it conflicts directly with stuff I've already planned. So, let's be honest here, folks. I'm not sure what to do. Should I forego one of the days that I had planned? Should I not do my Multiplayer Madness day and do Monster Hunter? Should I not do WWE Sims? I mean, that would be pretty crazy. People love my holiday Sims. Traditionally, people want to see me do those once a year. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do. You see what I mean? I'm torn, because I do want to check out Monster Hunter World. You know, it's been very hype. Everyone's been talking about it. People were disappointed I couldn't play the last beta because it happened during my time off. So I'm not sure what to do, honestly. What do I forego? So here's what I need. I need your feedback, all right? I need to know over the next week, what do you guys want to see? What would you want me to skip? Because obviously I can't skip Ask the King, and I can't skip my holiday gaming marathon. That's not going to happen. Should I skip the multiplayer madness day next week? All right, just to do Monster Hunter? Should I skip the WWE Sims and reschedule them for another time? I'm not going to reschedule the IRL stream for Christmas Day. That was on purpose, you know, scheduled for that day. So what is it that should be switch? Or should I just say, screw it? It's just a beta. Don't worry about it. And, you know, I'm going to play the final game anyway, so don't bother with it. So that's what I need. I need your feedback on that, folks. Okay? Okay. I see some people, there's various opinions in the stream chat right now. Some people are saying skip WWE, some people are saying skip multiplayer. So, I'm basically going to want your opinions over the course of this week. All right? And then, when I finally get kind of a, you know, an overall idea, then I'll make my ultimate decision of what I'm going to do. Sounds good? Okay. Someone asked, what was my biggest bit cheer of all time? I believe it was 30,000. I believe someone dropped a 30,000 bit cheer bomb a couple months ago. Pretty crazy. All right, so there you go, folks. Hopefully we get kind of a consensus, and I'll make an ultimate decision, executive decision. Because, like I said, this is a very busy time. And then, by the way, as soon as the holiday stuff ends, so as soon as the Christmas stuff, you know, finishes right around Christmas time, immediately after that, I will still continue on with my main gameplay streams. However, I'm going to start taking time off at night to work on my year-end series. My worst games of the year countdown, and then my game of the year awards. So, there will be a little bit less streaming at the end of the month. But at the same time, what I'm going to do is premiere my year-end videos first here on Twitch, which is pretty cool. So you guys will get to see them first before anybody else. And then I'll upload them later in that night that I premiere them on Twitch. I'll upload them later to DSPGaming. So there you go. There it is. Popsicolo just showed the 30,000 bit cheer. That was the biggest cheer I ever got. He just put the clip into the stream chat. So there you go. Pretty awesome. All right, speaking of which, now let's get to the gratuitous plug segment of the stream, and then we'll get started with shout-outs, okay? So gratuitous plug number one, Patreon folks. Thank you again to the people who've been pledging. I got a few new pledges over the past few days, which is pretty awesome. Thank you, guys. We have about half of the month left, folks, to make it for my patron goal for this month. What is it? It's a redemption run of either Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3. If we hit the standard funding goal, which is the same as it always has been, $1,125, then I will do a redemption run of either Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3 come early January. The way it'll work is if you pledge $5 or more, you'll be able to vote on which of those two games you want to see the redemption run of the most. Winner of that poll will be the playthrough that'll start around mid-January, okay? Why mid-January? Because it takes about a week to get everyone who pledges this month upgraded so that they can vote on my forums, and then it takes about a week for the polling. So it's going to take about 2 weeks for me to be able to start the playthrough, which I know sucks, but it is what it is, right? Okay. So that's number one. Now, if we hit a special stretch goal on my Patreon this month, all right, $2,000, I will play both games in the month of January back-to-back, and it will eliminate that 2-week wait that you'd have to wait for in order for the playthroughs to start, because I would not have to open up a poll. It would just be immediately on January 1st, I start playing Metal Gear Solid 2, and then immediately after I finish that game, I start Metal Gear Solid 3. There would be no 2-week wait in polling. It would be the whole month of January. It would be a giant redemption run of Metal Gear Solid, which would be pretty sweet in my opinion. So let's make it happen, folks. Why do I need so many funds in the month of December? Very simple. I'm trying to save my house, and right now some things are coming together. Just so you guys know, there's at least a little bit of good news. I pretty much have gotten enough money now together to pay my year-end federal taxes, which is good. And I'm awaiting a couple payments to come through from things that I did this year. And once those come through, those should at least start to help with these state/business taxes that apparently I'm going to owe. The problem is I don't know how much I owe yet, and the state is literally dragging their feet. They have not contacted me in 2 weeks to give me any updates on information of what I'm going to owe. So they're basically going to tell me absolutely last minute, which is probably either going to be late December or early January, what I owe, and then I'm going to just have to come up with this money by the end of January. That's why I'm trying to raise as many funds as possible, because I don't even know how much I'm going to owe these guys. All right? So that being said, you know, I need to raise as many funds as possible, and Patreon is a huge way that we can do that this month. So please, number one, if you support me, you want to see me continue to make the content I do, you want to see the daily streams continue at the quality that they are now, you want to see me keep my friggin' house so I can keep doing this, please pledge to my Patreon this month. Number two, if you want to see these awesome redemption runs happen, please pledge to my Patreon this month, all right? I really need your support this month more than ever before. This is serious business, all right? So check it out, patreon.com/DarksidePhil, and thank you, everyone. I do appreciate you, you know, being very supportive, all right? I did. Number two, there's Teespring, folks. And I want to say thanks. Someone actually ordered overnight a couple items from my Teespring. Thank you for whoever that was. Cool merch, you know. Sweatshirts, mugs, hoodies, T-shirts, stickers, all kinds of stuff available there. I personally own a ton of the stuff myself and really like it. Give it a look. At this point, if you're looking to buy something in time for Christmas, the only way you're going to get it is if you pay for the expedited shipping. And more than likely, it's probably only going to get to you in time for Christmas if you order and you live in the United States, FYI. But hey, maybe an after-Christmas gift for yourself or for a loved one, right? Give it a look, and thanks to everyone. I get a good commission off of all Teespring sales, and I do appreciate that support, so thank you very much. All right. Last but not least, folks, if you're here live on the stream, all right, and you either cheer, sub, or tip me during the course of the stream, I'm going to give you a verbal shout-out. In fact, I'm going to start with shout-outs in just a moment here. If you cheer 50 bits or more, if you tip me $2 or more, or if you subscribe to the channel and click the share button, you'll get an on-screen pop-up thank you notification as well. So you get both visual and verbal recognition, which is awesome, right? If you do cheer with bits, I would ask that you include the hashtag charity in your cheer. Now, some people have been saying, gee, it doesn't seem like it's working. I'm not getting any notification from Twitch that it's going towards charity. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that. They did send out an email during my break stating if you include hashtag charity, it would count towards charity. But I haven't actually seen any confirmation of that via Twitch since they sent out that email. So I don't know what's up with that. But I would ask you still keep doing it just in case it's working. I mean, it's no skin off our back to include hashtag charity in the cheers, right? And if it is free donations for a good cause, then go ahead and do it, okay? Now, also, folks, if you were thinking of subbing to my channel and you've never been a subscriber before, there's a 20% discount during the month of December. So now would be a good time to sub if you've never been a sub before. In addition, if you're feeling in the giving spirit, all right, it is the holiday season indeed, and you want to buy someone else a subscription and gift it to them, it's 20% off gifted subscriptions. All right, so some big subscription discounts going on right now on Twitch if you are interested at all. All right, sound good? All right, now last but not least, folks, and then we'll get to shout-outs. If you are considering, doing any of these things, Patreon, Teespring, cheering, subbing, tipping, any of them, and you're like, gee, I wonder right now, what would help out Phil the most during this holiday season? I want to really help him out. It's honestly two things, either Patreon pledges or tipping me. The reason being, either your patron pledges or your tips, I get them right away, and I have access to those funds pretty much immediately, and therefore I'll be able to use those to pay my taxes. I'm going to need all the funds together to pay these taxes by mid to late January. So it really is the final push here for me to do fundraising. Basically, I got a month left to try to raise funds and save my house, okay? I really appreciate everything you guys have done for me in the past few weeks. You've been incredibly supportive. And I hope that in the next, month or so, as I continue to do year-end stuff and holiday-themed stuff, and I'm putting out the streams for you and everything, that you guys will continue to be so that I can stay here, all right? Real talk, right? I'm nervous. This is the most nervous I've ever been in my friggin' life. I'm on my own. I'm trying to do this and save my ass, and you guys have been great, and I hope that we could do it together, all right? I mean, we've done many, many amazing things before in the past, and I'm feeling pretty positive we can do it. Thing is, I just got to stick to my guns, right? I got to keep chugging along here and plugging along, and hopefully we'll be good. So, Patreon, I already explained. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. Tipping, if you look below my stream here on my Twitch channel page, there's actually a section in the grid of information. You know, there's links there to my website and to my YouTube channels and all of that. If you actually look there, there's a link that says tips. It's a picture of me posing with Pokemon. If you click on that, it'll take you to the tips page. And if you could leave an anonymous tip, or you could actually leave your name in a message as well, all right, to get your recognition for your shout out. Tips are much appreciated and are helping me the best right now. In fact, no lie, last night I sat down to pay a bunch of bills, and there's a bunch of year-end bills that I got. One of them is a sewer tax bill for the stupid condo in Connecticut that I'm fucking stuck with and can't get rid of. Hundreds of dollars. I'm like, oh, great. Well, thank God people have been tipping me recently, because now I have the money to pay this random-ass fucking sewer tax bill from Connecticut, a place I don't even fucking live. So there went some money, right? Right to taxes. So thank you very much, everybody, for your support. I do appreciate it, okay? I absolutely do appreciate it. And thank you. Hopefully, we'll get there. Hopefully, in the next month, I'll raise enough and I'll be able to stay here. I really want to. We'll see what happens, okay? All right. It's time for shout-outs. Let's do some shout-outs. So let me scroll all the way down, because we had a lot of overnight cheering tonight. Well, there was a ton. Like, thank you everyone who cheered overnight. You guys are amazing. Let's go through it. First of all, after my stream ended yesterday, my PlayerUnknown's Battleground stream, we had Delanchin, who subscribed for the second month in a row. Thank you, Delanchin. We had Infinite55 did a 250-bit cheer. Then he did a 100-bit cheer. Then he did excuse me, I screwed up. Let me do this all again. Infinite55 did a 250-bit cheer. Golden Colts did a 100-bit cheer. Then Golden Colts did a 100-bit cheer. And he did another 51-bit cheer and said, it don't work. What he means is he kept doing hashtag charity, and it wasn't telling him that it was working. So, sorry, Golden Colts. Yeah, I don't know what it is. You know, Twitch did send out this email earlier this month and said, cheer with hashtag charity. And now it doesn't seem to be giving you any like, assurance that it's working. I hope it is. So please keep using the hashtag. But thank you for the overnight cheers. Game Master 2003 is dead did a 35-bit cheer. Golden Colts did another 60-bit cheer. Then Game Master did a 35-bit cheer. Then Golden Colts did a 39-bit cheer. Then Game Master did a 30-bit cheer. So Golden Colts did a 20-bit cheer. So Game Master did a 30-bit cheer. Then Critical for Days joined in with a 20-bit cheer. Then Critical for Days joined in with another 10-bit cheer. Critical for Days did another 11-bit cheer. Then Tanamounder did a 50-bit cheer. Golden Colts did a 20-bit cheer. Critical for Days did a 30-bit cheer and said, I like the Metal Gear Solid goal. In my opinion, it would be improved for also having Metal Gear Solid 1 and telling chat not to backseat. Well, first of all, I already played Metal Gear Solid 1. And if you actually go watch the playthrough, I actually didn't do bad. Like, by the time that I had played Metal Gear Solid 1, I'd already gotten such negative backlash for playing Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 for the way that I had played those games that when I played Metal Gear Solid 1, I took it more seriously and I actually did way better. So, really, honestly, I don't think there needs to be a redemption run for Metal Gear Solid 1, because that playthrough, I'd kind of learned my lesson and took it more seriously. But really, it was 2 and 3 were the playthroughs that I basically just fucked around, and those are definitely the ones I need the redemption run in, okay? As for telling chat not to backseat game, I mean, I wouldn't want them to be holding my hand the entire playthrough anyway. You know, that's not my style. I don't want, all right, guys, tell me word for word what to do in every part of this game. I don't do that, all right? So, it's not going to happen. Don't worry about it. Shout out to Critical for Days for another 22-bit cheer. He said, beware, Phil, the first time that you start playing a Metal Gear Solid game, there will be more This Is How You Don't Play videos. No kidding. I mean, at this point, it's a given no matter what I do. I've had playthroughs where I do incredibly well, and they still do This Is How You Don't Play. Guys, during the summer, I played Ultra Street Fighter 2. All right? It's a variation of Super Turbo. It's the fighting game I'm best at, and if you actually look at overall wins and losses, I won hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of games, and I lost very few. The few that I lost were usually to Okami, who's incredibly overpowered and basically shouldn't be in the game in ranked matches, okay? Yet they still did This Is How You Don't Play videos, when in reality, if you actually look at what I played during the summer, I destroyed everyone. I was on a tear. I was whooping major ass. I was, one of the higher ranked people in the game. I was destroying everything I touched and showing off high-level Super Turbo combat gameplay, but they think that they could still make negative videos. I mean, they'll do it anyway. That's the point of This Is How You Don't Play. Just take the stupid few parts of negativity and make me look bad. So, yeah, no matter what I play, it's going to happen. It's an inevitability. Golden Colts did another 10-bit cheer, then a 20-bit cheer. Critical for Days did a 10-bit cheer and says, did you know that Monster Hunter World Open Beta is coming out this week? Yes, I already talked about that. The Last Rambo did a 100-bit cheer. He says, what do you think of Disney buying the majority of Fox's assets and seeing the X-Men in the MCU? Maybe a better Fantastic Four film. And the Monster Hunter World Beta starts on the 22nd of December. All right. I already talked about Fox owning that, or Disney owning Fox, and I already talked about Monster Hunter, so there you go. Monique. Okay, then the stream actually started, by the way. And then Monique Ford did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Monique. Ghost Games subscribed to the channel. Thank you for the sub, Ghost Games. Hunting Owl Games did a 10-bit cheer. So did you just go was up, bring back the 90s? Yes, I'm trying to bring back the 90s. I've got my giant Flavor Flav. I said Flavor Flav instead of Flava Flav. My giant Flava Flav clock around my neck. My gold teeth, my grill, as they call it. Okay. I'm putting on my grunge clothes to start playing Nirvana music. Yes, all this is going to happen in just a moment. There you go. Bringing back the 90s. Astro Jet Boy did a 10-bit cheer and says, I just watched a few back in the day videos and was wondering why you stopped the crew cut look. Would you ever go back to it? Very simple. I had that crew cut look all throughout high school, through all the 2000s. And through the time right before when I was laid off, then when I was laid off from my office job in 2010, I said it's time for a change. And honestly, now I don't need to look neat every day anymore since I'm going to attempt to do YouTube for a living. So I grew out my hair and I grew out a goatee, and basically I wanted to see how it would look. And, you know, the rest is history. You know, for the greater part of the past 7 years, I've been a man of my own control, my own volition. I do my own thing. I'm my own boss. You know, and I think that's kind of what the hair and the goatee or the Van Dyke or whatever you want to call it kind of symbolize. Is I changed myself from being someone who is controlled by forces outside of myself and, you know, bosses and managers and workforces and employers and corporations controlling my life, and instead I became an independent force. And that's kind of what I wanted to have a change in my life that made me look different. And that's why I grew out my hair and I grew the beard. People have asked me over the years, would I ever go back? I don't know. It's not that I'm against it. And in fact, having the short hair is a lot easier because I don't have to do anything with it. When I wake up, I don't have to brush my hair. You know, I don't have hair in my face. I don't have hair bothering me. My head doesn't itch as much. It's a lot neater kind of a deal. But I don't know if I would ever go back to it, you know. In particular, my ex-girlfriend and now my current girlfriend both like my hair the way it is. They like longer hair. So for me to shave my head down would be kind of detrimental for my my female companion, and I wouldn't want to do that. So there you go. Hunting All Games did another 10-bit cheers as you can have my family if you want it. When we were talking about Christmas earlier and how I really don't have any family to celebrate it with anymore. You know, it's cool, man. I mean, this is real talk. Like, you guys and gals, since I've moved across the country, and especially now, the majority of this year when I was basically by myself, you guys have been my support structure. You know, you have, and that's awesome. You know, the fact that every day I could come out and share my gameplay experiences with you guys and vent a little bit about the world and everything, and you know, this year coming to stream and coming to work in particular has been one of the best years I've ever done this. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It really has been. It's been a time when things were personally, on the personal level, were very tough for me. You know, stuff behind the scenes was really, you know, messing with me. And you guys basically made coming out to streams a really enjoyable experience, a really positive experience. And I do want to say thank you. Because, you know, in a lot of ways, it's an escape. When I'm on stream playing games and having fun with you guys, it's an escape. Away from having to worry about the fucking bills coming in and, you know, all this stupid bullshit behind the scenes. It's awesome. So thank you for that, folks. Thank you very much. Reggers did a 45-bit cheer and says the game engine is tied to the frame rate. If they change it to 60, everything would run at double speed or other unintended effects could happen. They'd have to recode the entire game to have it run at a different FPS. Exactly, Reggers. That's what I'm saying. When I'm talking about Okami HD running at 30 frames per second instead of 60. Right. They would actually have to recode the game, which is what you should probably do when you're remaking a game and charging people for it again. You should probably actually remake the game, not take the old source code and just basically patch it so it looks slightly better. Instead, you should actually remake the game so that people will rebuy it and actually get something out of it rather than the same game over and over and over. That's the point I'm making here. Like, we've had other games, for example, recent games, Ratchet and Clank was remade from the ground up as a new game. And yeah, it had a lot of the gameplay mechanics and elements from the original, but the game looked gorgeous on modern consoles. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to remake a game multiple times for new consoles, actually remake the game. Don't just make an excuse. Oh, well, if we go 60 frames, the gameplay elements would be disassembled and spit up. Just say you don't want to do it. Just say we don't want to put the time and effort into making the game look good on a modern console. We just want to do a quick patch job. Just admit it. And that's honestly what it is when they remake these games, some people put the effort in, some people don't. It's that simple. Okay. Dominova did a 10-bit cheer. He said World War II, I guess he's talking about Call of Duty, will have a double XP gun game this weekend. Okay. So there you go, folks. You know, when you vote tonight, because I will be having a poll on my Twitter tonight, at They Call Me DSP, when you vote tonight on when you want to either see Call of Duty World War II or PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds tomorrow night, keep in mind there will be a double experience gun game premiere weekend for Call of Duty. It's one thing to factor into your voting, okay? Shout out to Prank Black, who subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Prank Black, for the sub. Kekken did a 10-bit cheer and says, Fighting EX layer hype. Meta is forming very fast. I'll be sure to send you some advice if you've got questions. I'm sure I'm going to get my ass whooped because I'm now literally a week behind this. We're just released on like Monday or Tuesday. And now I'm not playing it till tonight. I'm probably going to get my ass whooped. What are you going to do? Kekken also says, cut multiplayer madness. You do it all the time anyway. What's one missed session? So he thinks I should cut multiplayer madness from next week to do the Monster Hunter beta. Okay. Critical for Days did an 11-bit cheers. Says, I think replaying Street Fighter V would be a better option. I think that's ludicrous. How dare you? Amos Bro did a 150-bit cheer. He said, hope all is well, Phil. I say do the beta because I am curious to see it myself. Okay. He says, also looking forward to Okami today. Never played it myself, but looking forward to seeing it. Okay. AES did a 10-bit cheer. He says, what are your thoughts about Injustice 2's edition of the Ninja Turtles? I have no thoughts. Dude, Injustice 2 is dead. Injustice 2 is deader than fucking dead. Just like all NetherRealm games. They're really exciting and popular for about 2 months. And then they start releasing a trickle of DLC characters, nickel and diming the customer, and then I lose interest. And the bottom line is, I liked the game at launch, and I don't like it anymore, and I have no desire to play it nor talk about it. So there you go. Letario did a 60-bit cheer and says, can you confirm or deny that you'll be drinking from Santa's butt live on stream during the marathon? I will be directly drinking from Santa's butt. I can confirm this. During my holiday gaming marathon, which takes place 1 week from today, I will be sucking liquids out of Santa's butt. I can guarantee it. I'm not kidding. If you want to see what I mean, you've got to be here for the holiday stream next week. Do not miss it. You'll love it. King of Hypocrisy did a 10-bit cheer and says, can I rent the empty room in your house? I'd be the perfect roommate. Well, if you'd like to go in there and actually clean up all the shit in there that was left behind when my ex moved out, because she didn't do it, and if you would like to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars, I'm not exaggerating, for the garbage men to come and take about 2 to 3 extra cans of garbage away from here, of all the shit that I have to throw out from her room, be my guest. But that's the problem, is I can't even clean out the fucking room, because here in Washington State, they have such strict green regulations on trash removal that if I have more than one trash can full of trash every 2 weeks, they charge me, I'm not exaggerating, $50 a can. Yes, $50 fucking dollars per extra trash can. So let's say I did work my ass off and I cleaned out that office and I got like 4 trash cans of shit to throw out. They would charge me over $200. And that's why I'm not doing it yet. It's literally been sitting there all year, not cleaned out. I just this last, 2 weeks ago, was able to throw out the last bag of shit that was just from around the house that was left. So now I can actually start working on the office, but now I've got extra trash because my girlfriend was just here and we were, doing stuff around the house. So now I have extra trash from that. So I've got weeks to wait before I can even start to even throw shit out from that office. And I know, it's the end of the year. You know, my girlfriend, or my ex-girlfriend, I should say, moved out in May. And so it's been 6.5 months, and I haven't been able to do one iota of cleaning out the office because of the way that the trash removal works here in Washington. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice to be green, folks? Because there's never an extenuating circumstance where you may have extra trash you need to remove. And, you know, we all have giant pockets full of hundreds of extra dollars to pay for it, right? Pretty ridiculous. Okay. Arctic Surface. Subscribed. Thank you very much, Arctic Surface, for the sub. I appreciate that. I do. J. Pepe did a 10-bit cheer and says, will you play Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3 on a harder difficulty? No. I'm going to say this again. I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. When I played these games at first, I was fucking around. I didn't take them seriously at all. I failed a million times. I also only played these games once ever 7 years ago. Actually, I take that back. It might have been 6 because I think it was 2011. It was a long time ago, guys. It wasn't like I just played these games yesterday and they're fresh in my mind, and I've only played them once ever. I'm barely going to remember anything about these games when I play them. Playing on a hard difficulty would be the equivalent of doing the Dark Souls, the Bloodborne, the Old Hunters DLC on New Game Plus, which I did, and I got fooled by idiots who fooled me, and it became too hard, and I quit. No, I'm not a moron. I'm not going to up the difficulty of the fucking game when I didn't even beat them legitimately the first time because I was just fucking around and flubbing through them. I'm not going to up the difficulty now. I'm going to do a legit run. That's like saying, oh, you're going to do a redemption run of Dark Souls? You better do it on your New Game Plus difficulty. No, I'm not an idiot, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fall for it like I did with Bloodborne. Sorry. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm not a complete moron. It's going to be normal difficulty. Deal with it. Okay. Raisin Bread is Tasty did a 10-bit cheer. He says, what do you think about Bandai Namco's resurgence in the fighting game scene? It seems like they've been doing a lot better with their fighting games like Dragon Ball FighterZ and Tekken than Capcom has been doing. Yeah. Tekken has never fallen into obscurity. Tekken has always been a franchise that when there's a new Tekken game, it fucking sells like crazy. All right, it does. And it always makes a ton of money. Every time. So you can't talk shit about Tekken. You can't. Bandai Namco has always been at the top of their game when it comes to Tekken. Now it seems like they're going to have a second major fighting game franchise. Yeah, they're going to be a dynamo, guys. Capcom is seriously being given a run for its money. It is. They're going to be in trouble if they don't step it up, and especially for the fact that the past few fighting games they've been putting out are not mainstream popular. Let's face it, both Street Fighter V and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite are popular in the hardcore fighting game scene only, and have not become mainstream popular games. Unlike Street Fighter 4, which was white hot mainstream popular, as well as Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So, I don't know, man. Capcom's in trouble. They've got to do something, and they don't seem to be doing anything to fix the situation. So, I don't know, man. Shout out to Cobra Strike 09, who did a 250-bit cheer and says, Merry Christmas, Phil. And chat, here's some holiday bits. Thank you, Cobra Strike. King of Hypocrisy did a 10-bit cheer. He says, you need a new hairstyle. Now that you're in Seattle, the grease back hair and goatee is so Connecticut. How about a man bun? Oh, my God. No, I'm going to shave half of my head and grow the hair out on the other half of my head and then comb over the long hair over the shaved half. That weird-ass fucking Fifth Element look. Remember the hairdo that Gary Oldman had in Fifth Element? That's like the hipster hairdo. So I'm going to fucking do that. What do you think? Jesus Christ. Jesus. Game Master 2003 is dead did a 10-bit cheer. He says, troll cheer. And then he also, Astro Jetboy did a 10-bit cheer and said, wouldn't you just love Bully Scholarship Edition Remastered? I'd play the fuck out of that game. Yeah, dude. You know what? I don't want that. I want a new Bully. And I think there have been strong rumors that Rockstar actually is working on a new Bully, but they haven't really released any details. But I think it's coming. Let's face it, if they're doing Red Dead Redemption 2, it's obvious they're going through all of their old established franchises, and I think we can expect a Bully 2. I really do. I think it's coming. So, for those of you who loved Bully like I did when I played it, I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised in the next couple of years. And then last but not least, Astro Jetboy does a 10-bit cheer and says, couldn't you just donate the useless soaps and stuff to a local homeless shelter? No, because that's not the deal. It's not like I have a closet full of useful soaps. A lot of the soap and shit is like failed experiments that aren't even good, that you wouldn't want to donate. And a lot of it is supplies. Like, I'm not even kidding, like glitter, colorant, chemicals to make soap, shit that you can't donate, shit that you have to throw out or dispose of, shelving, storage, boxes, empty fucking boxes. That was the other thing. My ex left behind a ridiculous amount of boxes and or packing materials to ship soaps with. She just left it. And I told her to take it. I said, I don't want your shit. And she didn't take it. She refused. Oh, I don't have anywhere to put it. Well, then you shouldn't have fucking ordered it all and left it in my house. But she did. So I've got a ridiculous amount of shit to get rid of. And it's not just stuff you can donate. It's like a lot of stuff that just needs to be thrown out or disposed of. And it sucks. You know, boxes and boxes of shit that I have to go through and see, is this something I can use? Is this something that needs to be recycled? Is this something that needs to be thrown out? Is this something that needs to be poured down a drain because it's a chemical or something? You know what I mean? So, it's just a lot of work, and it's work that I'm gonna have to do, but I haven't had a chance to do it because I can't even throw out the trash I have. I've still got bags of like bubble wrap and shit and other stuff that I need to throw out too. So it's like I basically have about another month or two of waiting and slowly throwing out trash before I'll have it cleared up enough where I can empty out this office. So I know it sounds stupid, but that's how it is. You know, I'm limited by how it is out here in Washington, the green state. I know it's ridiculous. When I lived in Connecticut, I could put out as much trash as I want. We had a dumpster. There was a dumpster. You could throw as much fucking trash in there as you wanted. No problem. No one cared. But I'm in a green state, so one garbage can every 2 weeks. All right, and shout out to Jack Sparta. Gets to do the 15-bit cheer. He says, but Phil, I had that haircut you're mentioning. Well, maybe it looks good on some people. I don't think that the Fifth Element haircut would look too good on me, okay? All right, one final reminder, everybody. Again, if you really want to help me out, I do appreciate all the cheers this morning, but sadly, I'm not going to see any of that for two months. And it's not going to help me with my tax situation. If you really want to help me out, either pledge to my Patreon, patreon.com/darksidephil, or tip me by looking below the stream and clicking on the tip section. Both those things will help me in the short term and let me save my house. So please help me if you can, okay? All right. That's it, folks. It's time to start with Okami HD. Let's check it out. Let's see how it is. Let's begin.